Afternoon baseball now on the show as you get a look at Yankee Stadium here in New York. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the American League's Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys. No question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 New York Yankees.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. With that, we give you a look at A.J. Hinch's Astros lineup. Steve, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, I think you need to take advantage of balls up in the zone, and you could probably say that almost every day, but this is a great hitter's park. You get something to drive, they end up in the seats here.
Masahiro Tanaka gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, remember last year he had an ERA under 4. Very solid, very dependable.
And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, having Brian McCann behind the plate, something every pitching staff would appreciate. Great at pitch framing, blocking skills are as good as any. Saves runs by giving up his body, and he gets his pitchers a lot of strikes by being fluid back there.
Jose Altuve makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball one.
First pitch, 106.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Our temperature here this afternoon creeping up to the 60-degree mark here at first pitch. Tanaka's ready. Here's the 1-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Gregorius bare hands it. Got him.
Oh, what a play. And, you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, you forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
Here's Carlos Gomez. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. And 1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And this is one guy you want to make earn his way on. If you walk him, he can make it cost you with that speed of his.
That's popped up now towards short right field. Castro is in his tracks now, and he's got it for out number 2.
When you got the count in your favor, 3-1, and you do this, these are the at-bats that you look back on and you think, man, I just gave away an out there.
Here's Carlos Correa now. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. Beltran is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Astros go down 1-2-3. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
I think you really have to focus on what the pitcher's going to give you. If he's going to pitch you away, you've got to go the other way. That way you can string together a few hits to put up some crooked numbers in this game.
Dallas Keuchel is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he was the Cy Young Award winner in the American League last year. He had a great season and really dominated from start to finish. He's hoping to make it back-to-back awards this year.
And with that, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this defense is really anchored up the middle, and most specifically, the guy over at second base. He turns the double play as well as anybody in the game, has a lot of range, and really takes away a lot of hits from the other team.
Here comes Brett Gardner now as he'll lead things off in the home first.
Brett Gardner.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike 1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Yeah, and in a good hitter's park like this one, it's going to be even more important than usual to keep that fastball down. That's right where he's got to be living.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Line hard toward right center. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through.
Well, if these guys are going to do anything this season, he's going to need to be a big part of that offense. And he comes through big time right here with a base hit in his very first at-bat.
Into the box, Carlos Beltran. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's known amongst baseball people, really does call a good game back there. he might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. To 2-2 now.
Now he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Now that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. I mean, he's got to be thinking he let one get away there, because that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
It's Rodriguez, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember, the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Pitch out. Nothing doing. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And that misses, so the count goes full to A-Rod now, 3-2. 3-2, 1 out. You got him running at first.
First inning? Yeah, why not?
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Now a snap throw to first, and the runner will get back standing. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the 2nd out.
Well, nobody in that dugout's going to give him high fives for striking out. But, you know, at least he forced that starter to expend a lot of energy here to get the job done. You know, in the first inning, that won't be lost on his teammates.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and here's the dangerous Mark Teixeira. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. A runner on first with 2 away. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
And Teixeira wisely lays off that one as it misses for ball 4.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Coming to the plate now, Brian McCann. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
They've got an opening here, so this is where you can really jump on a guy out there before he's settled in.
2 down, runners at first and second. Right side, hit hard. Oh, what a play. He's out.
Woo, no problem.
Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Evan Gattis makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Nope.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Not too sure how you take that one on 0-2.
Yeah, not too sure how you call it a ball either.
Tanaka gets the sign. 1-2 on its way. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that misses 2-2.
That's definitely a borderline pitch there on 1-2. I don't think he could have had any argument at the plate if that was called strike 3.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Right there is Beltran, 1 away.
Normally, you get a lot of carry out to that part of the ballpark. But I think he hits this one just a little bit thin, and it's an easy play out there in right field.
Ready now, Colby Rasmus, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Four here as we play inning number 2. Hey. 1-0 pitch is a splitter in there, 1-1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And you know, the problem with his slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
George Springer settles into the box for his first chance. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Runner at first here, one man out. That's taken for a ball, and it's 1-1 now to the Astros right fielder.
You got to figure we'll start seeing a pretty heavy dose of that splitter. I mean, this is a situation that absolutely calls for it.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike two. He waits. Now the pitch. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Oh, and that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Here's Luis Valbuena now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. The 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Astros leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Starlin Castro strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Starlin Castro.
Ground ball left side. Valbuena fields it cleanly, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that'll bring in the dangerous switch hitter Chase Headley. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Hit on the ground to short. To his right, Correa. On to first, and Headley's retired here, 2 away.
Now, these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Didi Gregorius gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Into the windup and the pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Liner towards second, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
You know, sometimes you just give up. You get to the point after so many pitches that you don't want to walk them, so you end up throwing him a fastball right down the middle. But any guy with a bat in his hands can be dangerous in that spot, so he wins the battle.
Aaron Hicks set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
Posed.
1 left for the Yankees. We'll move to the third with no score. A look there at the most famous urban park in the United States, Central Park, set to go again here from Yankee Stadium. John Singleton is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
John Singleton.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Tanaka into his motion, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
That was a pitcher's pitch, and now you give that advantage right back.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
Jason Castro.
So 1 away, and here's the left-handed hitting catcher, Jason Castro. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Yeah, he didn't get the call there, but he's making some quality pitches on that outside corner.
Grounded down the third baseline. Throw on to Teixeira, 2 down.
That's not an easy play down there at third base. You see him have to go to the backhand side there, looks it into his glove, and then makes that strong throw all the way across the diamond for the out.
Jose Altuve will stand in now. He took home the Silver Slugger Award in the American League a year ago. First pitch on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Castro. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. We'll see the speedy Brett Gardner start things out when we come back. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And here is Brett Gardner now. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Left fielder, Brett Gardner.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Runs up and gets this one down. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
Let's check this out again. This is in show motion, and you'll see how he shows bunt late. He's got his head right on the baseball, watching it all the way under the barrel of the bat. That's as good a form as you're going to see.
Into the box now, Carlos Beltran. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rasmus over to his left. One out.
This is a guy that doesn't really have great velocity, so when he elevates the fastball, it can lead to big problems. He gets away with it this time, though.
One out here in the Yankees' third inning, and set to stand in the still very imposing figure of the three-time MVP, Alex Rodriguez. Here's the first pitch to him. In there at the knees, strike one. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
He just might be up there taking pitches, waiting for that base runner to go, but he's not going to be able to take any more.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Runners on first with one down. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. There to take it in now is Singleton, and that's out number 2.
Well, this will wind up nothing more than a pop-out in the scorebook. But what won't go unnoticed in that dugout is that he battled for an awfully long time there. That takes a lot of energy out of a guy when he's got to throw that many pitches.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and standing in the dangerous first baseman Mark Teixeira. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And a dive, but he's back. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike.
That's a good pitch call right there on that fastball away. That works almost like a pitch out, just in case he's thinking about it over there at first.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. 2-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And Teixeira able to lay off again as they don't want to give in. It's 3-1.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Oh, and you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Brian McCann stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the 3rd.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
0-1.
Oh, might not have been where he was hoping to put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing on it anyway. Strike 1. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
One and one, here it comes. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. One and 2, here it comes. And another foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more on opening day after this. Carlos Gomez is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, but getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
Tanaka sets his sights, coming at him with the 0-1. This is line to left, and the Astros have their first hit of the contest.
Now batting, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Carlos Correa is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In the dirt here. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
And you wonder if sometimes he was just getting a little too preoccupied out there with the speed at first base, and he totally loses focus on the guy at the plate. And now that essentially is going to work like a stolen base, and he's in the scoring position now on the wild pitch.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Oh, tough to catch up when it's moving like that. No runs, just one hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Grounded foul off to the right. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Squared that one up just a little late. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. No one out with a runner at second. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
That was quite a nice little battle as we check out the sequence of pitches here. It was a 6-pitch at bat, and as you watch this, you'll see that he wasn't going to go down without a fight. He was able to keep the at-bat alive by fighting off a couple of tough 2-strike pitches, but in the end, finally put away on that pitch right there, 1-2.
Now a pickoff play at second, and he's back standing.
Simple throw over there.
Evan Gaddis now standing in as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to right field. Beltran is there, 2 down. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Yeah, this ball's hit high enough that he can go back and tag at second base. So that's a good job of moving up the extra 90 feet now with 2 outs.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Colby Rasmus. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Got him right in the back. Doesn't feel good, never does, but I can think of a lot worse places to get dosed.
Splitter here, and it's taken for strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
The 0-1 delivery. Bounced weakly near the plate, but it gets foul. The 0-2 home. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's going to stand for too much more of that.
Now here's a ball popped up. This behind the plate for McCann. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. We'll see the exciting young shortstop Starlin Castro lead things off when we return. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 0-0. And there is the aforementioned Mr. Castro. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Second baseman, Starlin Castro.
And oh, look out! Up and in and nearly took his head off.
Safe to say, guys don't care much for that location. That'll get you riled up at the plate, no doubt.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
This is in the air out to right. Springer has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Yankees.
Dangerous count right there. 3-1. Dangerous pitch, too. He comes with the fastball, but he's going to live to tell about it as he gets him to loft an easy fly ball.
Here's Chase Headley, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Slow roller left side. Valbuena with the bare hand. In time.
No way. That was awesome.
The shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Well, let's slow this one way down and give you a look in show motion. He knows right from the start he's going to have to go barehanded if he's going to have any chance. That's a beautiful pickup there.
Here's Didi Gregorius, as this ball's hit softly to the right side of the infield. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. George Springer heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Got him swinging on the split finger pitch, and that's out number 1. A look at our line score here through the first 4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. Luis Valbuena is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
You know, and I think that pop-up right there is just a result of poor pitch selection. He chased a bad pitch, and as a result, he didn't really put a good swing on it.
And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. The relay. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
First baseman number 21.
Well, this is one of the few mistakes he's made all game long. Not too many guys have made solid contact so far, but he squared that one up pretty well.
Here's the big first baseman, John Singleton. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike one. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2.
I think that's been his best pitch so far in this game. Guys just haven't been all that close to it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks is under it. Two gone.
The batter, number 15, catcher Jason Castro.
Settling in now, Jason Castro. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him. One thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, and with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Tanaka pauses. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. One left for Houston. Halfway home, still no score. Aaron Hicks comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Right there at the belt. 1-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Very weakly on the ground. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close.
Left fielder number 11.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Here's Brett Gardner now. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Boy, another pitch that he's right on at the plate. He hasn't been fooled by anything he's seen yet.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Carlos Beltran will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Well, he's putting the ball in play, but clearly getting under it too much right now. It'd be nice for him to stay through one right here.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Well, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
And he falls behind 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. They know he'll chase it down there, so even if it didn't get the job done, it's a great pitch on 0-2.
Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. 6th inning coming up, still zip, zip. Jose Altuve will lead things off here for Houston as they look to get things started in this 6th inning.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
First delivery to him on the way. Lays off 1-0. Good bite to that thing, and it's 1-1.
Well, it's just game 1 of this series, but you almost have to wonder if they forgot to pack their offense when they got on the plane. It's been nowhere to be found so far.
Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
Now here's a swing and a high pop-up drifting into shallow right field. And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
Yeah, this isn't an easy play for a second baseman. He's got so much to worry about. The first baseman backing up, the right fielder charging in. You know, but this is his ball, and he puts it away without much trouble.
Here's Carlos Gomez. As he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Hicks waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
And really, from what we've seen here so far this afternoon, balls just don't seem to have a whole lot of carry to them, and this was another example right there.
Carlos Correa will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. We are still scoreless. Alex Rodriguez will start things out here for the Pinstripers, to be followed by Mark Teixeira on deck.
Designated hitter, Alex Rodriguez.
Keuchel gets the sign and the pitch. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Hot shot down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Oh, that's just a nice play out there in the corner. You know, with most guys, this is a sure double. But he might even have hit this ball a little too hard, because they can get it back into the infield quickly, and that's going to hold him to just a single.
Now the Astros are going to get a left-hander up and cranking out in the bullpen. Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira, now, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1.
So far, I think they've just singled him out and said, don't let this guy beat us. He hadn't seen much to hit at all.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through for a hit.
Yeah, back-to-back singles here to start the inning, and that probably warrants a look at his line to this point. The numbers haven't been too bad all told, but he's got a situation unfolding right here that could cause those numbers to change in a hurry.
Brian McCann will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
First and second here with nobody out. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in if you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
And that misses, so they fall behind McCann here, 3-1.
With 2 on already, sooner or later, you got to come in with something.
And the more pitches he throws, the more likely it is that this guy's going to be sitting on it.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for 1 on the first, and McCann hits into the double play.
This is a nice play up the middle. You can see this ball takes the shortstop right to the bag, so he'll just step on second and fire on to first for the double play.
Here's Starlin Castro.
Take something out of this inning with a simple base hit here.
No score at this point, but a two-out hit could get a runner in from third. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And this would be a great escape if he could strand that runner at third after those back-to-back singles to start things off.
And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Back goes Rasmus. A leap at the wall by Rasmus, but it's over his glove. A home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left, and this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
And we'll take a look back at the sequence here leading up to the home run. You can see they were having success working the outer part of the plate, but once they decided to come in, that's when everything turns sour. Drives that last pitch right over the wall.
Here's Chase Headley.
Third baseman, Chase.
As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Two out, nobody on. And there's ball one. So after the strong 5 innings, things have not come as easily for him here in inning number 6.
Well, this is kind of the MO of this lineup. They have a way of just wearing you down. And they're starting to get into some better counts to hit, and that work's paying off.
Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. It's now 2-0 New York. Back here in the Bronx, Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Evan Gattis will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
First offering on its way. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one.
This guy's kind of walked a tightrope all game long. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to 50% of the hitters he's faced, and yet pitching a very good ball game.
Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Hot shot on the ground is short. Gregorius is there, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Yeah, it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Colby Rasmus will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Hit sharply on the ground. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
They finally break through for hit number 3 of this ball game, though. It took them 7 innings to do it. That is not the kind of offensive performance that's going to win you too many ball games.
Stepping in, George Springer. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Grounded up the first baseline. Teixeira's up with it, and he'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just 1 at second.
Here's Luis Valbuena now. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Chopped foul right at home plate. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
Ready on 1-2. Runner goes for second. Line toward right center. In there, a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Yeah, that's his second hit so far. He's got 2 of their 4 hits, so at least he's seeing the ball well.
Here comes Yankee manager Joe Girardi on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score.
Your attention, please. Now
so with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. John Singleton will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now.
You're running out of chances here. It's the 7th inning. You can't let this rally go to waste.
And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Hit out towards second. Astros got it. On to first, and the Astros can't cash in as that ends the inning. 2 left for the Astros. They trail it here 2-0. Tony Sipp is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
29, Tony Sipp.
Didi Gregorius will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. 0-2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball.
Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And the slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. One thing that man right there will not tolerate: leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Aaron Hicks steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. And a first pitch slider is right there for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Nobody out, runner on first. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
He's hoping to just run that heater by him. So he's ramped up the velocity here in the last 2 pitches.
And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
And sometimes it doesn't quite matter how hard a thrower a guy is. If he can locate, he's going to be successful. The location here is absolutely spot on. Right on the inside corner. That's a tough, tough pitch.
Here's Brett Gardner now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
And it's quickly 0-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and here's the ever-dangerous Carlos Beltran. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. That's inside. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. 2 out with a man at first. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. And a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Yankees 2 and the Astros nothing. Jason Castro will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yeah, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Grounded back up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Jose Altuve will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tap fouled at home plate. A runner at first with no outs here. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2. Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Hit back up the middle. One there.
Out.
On to first, and the rally ends just as quickly as it began. 2 away now here in the 8th.
Wow, that is a very quick turn up the middle there. This is not a guy that you're going to double up all that often. But you see the good feed and then the strong return throw, and they're indeed able to roll him up.
Dylan Betances will enter the ball game out of the pen as he'll look to get the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
Dylan Betances.
Here's Carlos Gomez as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And Gomez not biting on that one either. It's 2-0 now. And not the kind of swing you're hoping for on 2-0 as they bunch him up inside. It's 2-1 now.
And that's a case where he's just trying to do anything to get his guys on the board.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
And this is really one of the few balls they've hit solidly all afternoon. So now we'll see if maybe they can get something going here.
Carlos Correa will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens. Yeah.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
A runner on first with 2 away. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Throw over to the bag, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Betances is ready. Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now a throw over to first, just keeping him close. The 2-1 pitch. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
And I'll tell you, this is an inning that you really don't want to continue any further. So this next pitch really needs to be a strike.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. Astros leave 1. They trail things here 2-0.
Your attention, please.
Call to the bullpen now as Luke Gregerson will take over here on the mound.
Gregerson.
Alex Rodriguez will start things out here for the Pinstripers, to be followed by Mark Teixeira on deck.
Alex Rodriguez.
And that's in there for strike one. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Mark Teixeira digs in, coming off a single in his last at bat. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there, strike one. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Brian McCann stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hit softly on the ground to third. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Andrew Miller is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 48, Andrew Miller.
Evan Gattis will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far. So, quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider. He starts it out over the middle of the plate. Well, the hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle.
Into the box now, Colby Rasmus. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
0-1, here it comes. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this ninth inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitching. That's usually a fastball.
Off the plate at 94, 1-2. And this is fouled back and out of play. 1 out, nobody on. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now here's the ball popped up. This behind the plate for McCann. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
And that's telling of how they've swung the bat. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
George Springer makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the ninth inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Down the third baseline. And this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. And he won't risk the long throw across. He'll hang on to it. It's an infield single.
Hey, any way you can keep this game alive, you've got to take it. You know, it's just an infield single, but at least you keep that line moving up for one more hitter.
Marwin Gonzalez will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1-0. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there has got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
Two and 0 now.
And you wonder if he's feeling just a little bit distracted having that base stealer over there at first base. Sometimes just the threat of a steal can really mess with your head out there.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3 as he misses low with it here.
And obviously a walk here would be a big no-no with 2 outs in the ninth. You cannot put that tying run on base.
2 out with the man at first. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And he lays off. Ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
He may be the closer, but he is opening up a real can of worms here. Putting another guy on base with a walk, that's not going to help things.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, John Singleton. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
You know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Here's a swing and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Now the Yankee Stadium crowd, 52,000 plus on their feet. Two strike deliveries in the dirt, 1-2 now. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Now this needs to be a strike here on 2-2, because if not, now all of a sudden the runners are off with the next pitch.
2 down, runners at first and second. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
And a good job here to come in and finish this one off. And in doing so, he's going to pick up his first save of the year.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And you have to feel good for that guy right there. The games finally count, and he comes out on opening day and turns in a great performance. Now, that's how you want to get your season started.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top, 2-0. So long from the Bronx.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees. 2 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Astros, no runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. The winning pitcher is Masahiro Tanaka. His record is now 1-0. Credit the save to Andrew Miller, his first. The loss goes to Dallas Keuchel. He falls to 0-1. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 31 minutes. Our paid attendance here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, 53,325. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.